Hey makers, this is Dhruvin and I welcome you all to Power BI Goals step-by-step tutorial series. You are watching 4th episode of this series, and in this episode I am going to talk about how we can manage permissions with Power BI Goals. Permission management for Power BI Goal is somewhat different than the Workspace permission management. So we will be talking about that thing in detail throughout this session. Also, if you haven't followed me on Instagram and Twitter so far, do follow me. The links are available here or in the description box. Also, at the end, we will play one quiz and one lucky winner will get a certificate of appreciation as well as shout out from my Instagram page. So play the quiz and win the prizes. So without further delay, let's get started and talk about permission management with Power BI Goals. Here I am on my machine, and in this episode I am going to talk about how we can implement goal level security in Power BI. What is the goal level security? Let me try to explain you that thing with the help of example. Let's say for an example, this is YT Analytics scorecard I have created, and I have defined different type of goals over here. Now I wanted to implement a functionality that some goals should be visible only for specific group of people. Then how we can achieve that? We can achieve that with the help of goal level security. In many organizations, there is a possibility that you have scorecard and you have multiple goals defined over there. Now, sometimes HR should not be able to see the goals for sales, and salespeople should not be able to see the goals for HR. So that kind of configuration we can do easily with the Power BI goals. Now, in my second episode, I talked about the workspace level permission over scorecard and goals. Now, in this episode specifically we will discuss about the goal level permission. Workspace level permission is somewhat which is different than the goal level permission. Let me talk about that how. So let's say for an example, this is my workspace called YT Analytics goal. At this moment, if you check the access, only Dhruvin is added as an admin. Now, if you wanted to provide the edit access for your goals, then you simply need to add those user at the workspace level. And whenever you are adding the user at workspace level with minimum member privileges, they have full access to edit the goal and they are able to see every information available in that scorecard. Now, goal level security is somewhat which is different than the workspace level permission. Now, let me talk about how. Now let's see, here I have one scorecard called sales analytics, and over here let me just show you the goal level security. So whenever I'm clicking on edit and clicking on the setting here, basically I have an option for permission. So just click on that. By default, view all permission is applicable over here, meaning that any user can view this particular scorecard goals over here. Now let's say I want to restrict that specific user can able to see only specific goals. For that I need to click on add role, and that will open one new pop-up window for me. Now over here you need to provide the name of your role. So let's say I just wanted to provide my role name as sales only. Now over here you need to provide the description of your role and you need to provide the role members. So let's say in this particular case, let me provide two users over here. Like first of all my user and another is one of the user called Sriraj. So let me just add his name over here. And from here we need to select each individual goal and which permission we want to provide. So let's say for an example, I want to provide sales only user as a view permission, as well as I want to provide them update permission as well. So this is the collapse expand thing, and from here you can separate the thing that the person should able to update only current value, status and notes. What you wanted to have, you can select it from here. Let me select update over here for everything, right? And at last we will be having an option set for all. Means what happen here is whatever the permission that we define here, that will inherit to all the sub goals. So let's say over here at this moment we have two level of goal. Now let's say whenever I'm adding any third level, it will automatically inherit the permission from the parent. For that, you need to select this particular option. Now we are done with this particular part. Now let me do one thing. At this moment, let me provide only view permissions to the user. I don't want to provide any update permission. And now let me just click on save. So I have defined my goal level role. So it is called as goal level security. Now over here you can make this as default as well. Now what do we mean by default? So whenever the scorecard is shared with anyone, if the user is not part of the any security group, by default that security group will be executed. So let me just make this as a default at this moment. So I'm just making that as default, and let me just remove this to view all one. So I'm just removing this one. Now what I want to do here is I'm done with this part. I saved this thing, and now I just need to close this window, and after that I need to share this scorecard with my another user. So let me just share this scorecard with Sriraj's account over here. So I'm sharing that account, and now let's click on send. Now let me just open up Sriraj's account, and Sriraj will receive one email. So let's wait for the mailbox. So let's wait for the mail, and I received this email that Dhruvin Shah has shared one Power BI scorecard sales analytics, and let me just click on that. So with Sriraj's account I'm able to see that scorecard, and let's see if I'm able to edit the stuff or not. So let's wait. The scorecard is looking like this. Now let me just check to edit. So here the edit button is disabled because we haven't provided any member permission. But now let me just try to check in here. So with Sriraj's user, I'm just clicking here, and you can see I'm not able to see the check-in option as well, meaning that I'm not able to edit this scorecard. Now let's say I just wanted to do one more thing. Let me just update the goal level permission. So over here I'm just going here again in setting here with Dhruvin's account, going to the permission, and this is the sales only rule that we have defined. Now let me just provide the permission. So I'm providing the update permission. So let's say I'm providing update permission only for the last goal. I'm not providing for about to one. And now let me just click on save, and let's see with the Shrirat's account. So I just updated the goal level permission. I am just going with Shrirat's account here. And now let me just refresh my window over here, and let's see what we are able to see. And here we are. We have provided the last goal as update permission. So I'm just clicking here, and now I'm just clicking on new check-in, and I will just try to update my goal value over here, and let's try to save that. So I'm just adding the another date and clicking on save, and we are good. You can see that Shriraj is able to add the check-in over here. Now let's try with another goal. So I'm selecting this. So over here you can see that we haven't provided update permission to Shriraj. So Shriraj is not able to see the new check-in option. So depending upon goal security, it is working. Now let's say I don't want to show this sales target to Shriraj. Shriraj should only able to see this manual goal. So I'm just clicking on save, and let's check the reflection again. Let me refresh Shriraj's account again, and let's see. And here we are. Shriraj is only able to view one goal from this scorecard. So this is how we can implement the goal level security with our Power BI goal. Isn't that cool? Now it's time to play the quiz. You need to answer your question in the comment section only, and one lucky winner will get a shout out from my Instagram page as well as certificate of appreciation. The first question is true or false. We can create goal level security by defining the roles. Option A true, option B false. The second question is we can provide following goal only permission. Option A view only, option B update with current status and notes, third set for all, and option D all above. The questions are very easy. Just answer the question in the comment section only. With this, I almost cover everything about goal level permission. Now, in the next episode, I am going to talk about how we can integrate Power Automate with Power BI goals. So, stay tuned to my next episode. If you are for the first time to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe and press the bell notification to never miss any updates from my channel. Also, if you are looking for training, consultancy, or any help, you can contact me through my website. You can follow me on all my social media handles like LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. The links are available over here. Recommend everyone to follow me on my Twitter and Instagram and listen the podcast using this podcast platform. Also, I started another YouTube channel for Hindi and short content. So subscribe that channel and show your love over there as well. With this is Dhruvin signing off. See you in the next session with some amazing content. Till then, have a great day. Goodbye.